I, 25 female, and my husband, 27 male, have a complicated history together, especially concerning his family. I met him on a blind date when we were both in college, and he asked me to be his girlfriend on our second date. He's always been sweet, trying to be considerate of my feelings, especially when it comes to his family. His mother has always been against our relationship from the start, mostly due to the reasons I think I might be the asshole here. He had a friend, let's call her Annie, who passed away when he was a teenager. He's always been close with her and he always insisted they were platonic. However, his mother always talked about how they were supposed to get married as adults and I was his second choice, and he wouldn't have married me if she was alive. It's always hurt, in all honesty, and I've tried as hard as I can to be accommodating for her and her grief as she cared about Annie a lot and was even friends with her mother. Annie was a great girl, and I do wish I could have gotten to know her, but it hurts being constantly compared to the woman my husband could have been with, especially since we already have a son who his mother isn't allowed to see because of her insistence that he is not her real grandbaby because he isn't Annie's. So, this is where I think I probably overreacted and could be the asshole. We found out 2 months ago that we were having a baby girl and we were ecstatic. I was worried he'd be one of those boy only fathers, but he almost cried finding out we'd have a girl. Our son is also over the moon, constantly talking to his sister and asking for her name, which has become an issue as he recently asked to name our daughter after Annie, which was upsetting, especially since his mother is so hung up about them being together. We ended up arguing slightly, and I'm currently staying with my son at a friend's house. Am I overthinking this? I just don't know what to do. His mom has been blowing up my messages. I don't even know how she got my messenger. Me and him haven't spoken to her since our son's first birthday, and my mama has just told me to stop arguing over it and just let him choose her name since she's his only daughter. Any advice is appreciated. I need a non biased opinion. My friend says that I was overreacting for leaving, but I just needed time for myself and I don't want to confront him right now. I know I can be sensitive without realizing so many input is appreciated. Minor edit. First, I wanted to thank everyone who answered. Sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy feeling like I do. Please tell me if I missed anything. There's too many comments to sort through. Annie died at 18 in an accident. And yes, her and my husband's mothers were friends. Me and my husband met when I had recently started college and we got married a year later. Our son is 3. My husband always defends and stands up to his mother when it comes down to it. I know he cares about me, but I worry sometimes if he'll subconsciously start believing what she says. I know I'm his wife. I'm the woman he married and has kids with, but it's hard not to feel secondary sometimes. My husband works a lot, and at the moment I wasn't thinking straight, but thinking about it, I think it was a better choice to take him as I don't want him to be left alone by himself. I won't argue if he wants to see him or wants to pick him up in his free time. I'm just not ready to speak to him at the moment. As in, for compromise, after reading through some comments, I think using any name similar to Anne might be an issue. While I understand the sentiment is sweet, I don't want to feel pressured into a name that I know I'll regret.